Hello and welcome to this channel. This is the Eradicator, and in today's video we're going to talk about orgs. This is a topic that you guys have been wanting to talk for quite some time. I've had a lot of advice, lots of recommendations about, hey Erad, are you gonna make an org? You should make an org, you shouldn't be doing this alone. And you know guys, everything you're telling me, I always listen. And I've decided to eventually create an org. It's not going to be done immediately. It will come soon, TM, if you see what I mean. But definitely my plan is to start having one before the end of the year, definitely. So for that, I also need your help, guys, because I'm quite hesitant. I got lots of different plans, lots of different ideas, and I would like you to tell me what you guys would prefer. But first, I want to tell you a couple of things about how this org is going to work and what I plan to do with it. And so basically, guys, I'm a family man. Got a job here, I got 2 kids, I got a wife. I can't play a lot. So basically, I can only play during my time off, when I have like a lunch break or when everybody's to sleep. That's when I can play. And when that happens, especially at night, I can't really talk on Discord or whatsoever. So I can only use Discord and talk to you guys, be active like a real org leader should be during the day, during my break. So it's not a lot of time per day. Probably I would say I would play about 2 hours per day maximum. So really not a lot of time, guys. So as a result, I don't think that I can have an actual org that is going to rival some of the biggest orgs out there. It's probably going to be like an SME, small and medium enterprise, if you see what I mean. So I would probably be myself and maybe some of my closest followers. If you guys want to join the org, perhaps you guys would be maybe the only full-time full-time members of this org, and probably everybody else is going to be contractors. So you guys who are going to join, you can join the org, but you will be paid by the task. Basically, let's say you escort a convoy from A to B, you will be paid based on the profit generated during your stay, for example. Or let's say you will be paid to guard a place. Let's say maybe you need to guard Jumptown, for example. You will be paid per kill. So how many people did you kill while you were protecting and guarding Jumptown? Things like that. That's what I'm thinking. So please also tell me what you think about this idea, guys. But now let's go to this is the community and organization page, and we're going to check out the different organizations that we can create. So let's click right here, and I want to check out here it is. So the archetypes. So we have right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 archetypes. I think the organization is just the basic one. So as you can see here, it's the default. There's no script. It's just people who want to hang out together. I want to do something a little bit deeper than that with a purpose. So we're not gonna do that. Corporation, for profit business entity. So I'm very interested into corporations. If I do that, guys, if I have a corporation, it is mostly going to be a multi-role corporation. One of my dreams, I have 2 big dreams in the game. I would love to have farms. I would have to have farms on planetary size where we'll basically grow corps or have products, buy supplies, outside in different planets, bring the supplies and sell the produce of the farms to different locations around the verse. That's what I would love to do, and have a trade fleet to do that and make money trading what we produce. I'm very interested in that. Also, as I said, it will be multi-role, so it's not just going to be that. That's just going to be one side. The other side would be travelers. So I have a Genesis. I have a Genesis Starliner. I hope I can buy maybe a Constellation Phoenix in game one day. We'll see. So that corporation is also going to organize travels around the verse. So I'm gonna need people to staff my Genesis, for example, maybe pilot the Genesis, things like that. It's going to be quite interesting. The other thing that we need to do with corporation is regular trade holes. Let's say like a trend run, we're gonna sell medical supplies, buy buy Agricium and then sell Agricium and buy more things, etc. So that we can do. Also, the corporation will be able to sell services such as escorting. I am actually making contacts around the verse, around with some of the most famous traders. I'm thinking of Sigelians or Jack, for example, which probably you all know. He's maybe one of the most famous traders. Jack Saxton, I think that's his name. One of the most famous traders in around the verse. So I'm building a relationship with these guys, and I hope that one day. I'll be able to. I've already started doing that with Segelian, for example, escorting his convoys. These are people who are making tons of money, are willing to pay good money for that. So if I can provide with them some professional services to help them out, I think we can work something out here. So that's what the corporation is going to be. Now, next, PMC, private military company for organizations with a test on combat. So these are basically the mercenaries. I am not really I like combat, but combat is, despite being the eradicator, of course, combat is not my focus. I prefer to make money in game. That's how it is. So maybe I'm still going to have a few fighters with me, maybe a Polaris eventually next year if I have enough funds, but that's gonna be it. So if we're going to do combat, destroying enemy fleets, things like this, it's going to be on a smaller scale, not nearly as maybe we would help some of the bigger paramilitary organizations, but I don't think that that's what I'm going to do eventually. I don't think I'll be big enough. You need a big org for that. Faith, interesting, coming together for a single cause under a single banner. So, well, if you want me to be your guru, guys, this is something that I can do. I can become your guru and we can spread the eradication around the verse. So what I thought about this, of course we will still have the farming because we're gonna need money. I'm gonna need the money to pay you people. So the farms eventually, and the farms and the trade are going to be a part of that organization, but it's not going to be the main purpose. The faith here, what I want is to have a safe and secure society. So with this faith organization, our job is going to hunt down griefers, hunt down criminals, and make sure that they're not playing as criminals. Basically, it's their choice. It's also going to be our choice to have, again, a safe and secure society in the verse, and that is what my idea would be for a faith organization. And last but not least, Syndicate. So operating on the edges or outside of the law. Perhaps I could have an org similar to Ekar Security, maybe, who is not just doing security, by the way. But on the outside we will be on the outside we will be following the law. But in the inside, I don't know. Maybe some of you guys would be killing people for me. Let's say, for example, I want to make money at Jumptown. You're gonna just kill anyone on site, and you're gonna be basically my cronies here. Well, I, of course, will pay you to get crime stats. Well, I don't get crime stats. I buy the Widow, sell the Widow, and then I pay you. So that's my idea of what a crime syndicate would be eventually. So that's it, guys. These are my different IDs for orgs. So tell me what you think. Tell me which ID you think will be the best, which ID is the most interesting. I am definitely going to make a survey out of all of your answers. So this video is very important. This video is really going to help me decide what is going to be my future organization about. So I'm really counting on you guys to send me as much comments as possible. That's about it for today, and now it's time to answer a question from one of the Patreons who are supporting the channel on the crowdfunding website, Patreon. Gargotron asks, are you going to do a Let's Play of Squadron 42? A very good question, Gargotron, as always, and yes, I am absolutely due a Let's Play of Squadron 42. Is it going to be an entire playthrough with all the secrets and everything? Well, no, because you know me, I'm quite busy. I'm not going to have time to really go in depth, but I'm definitely going to do a Let's Play. I'm planning on completing every single mission, probably just like what I did with Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm going to do 2 Let's Play of Squadron 42. I'm gonna do the first one when I'll try to do everything nice, and the second one I'll try to do things in funny ways, maybe do some wrong choices, piss people off. I don't know how it's going to go. We'll see, but that also depends on whether or not the choices that you make if you do the campaign again, is the choices you make are going to affect your character in the PU? I don't know about that. I hope that only your very first campaign is going to affect your character in the PU and not the second one, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, definitely I will do a let's play. That also depends on one thing. By the time Squadron 42 is going to be released, my computer is going to be 5 years old, so I think I need a new computer. So it depends on a lot of different factors, as you can see. But great question, Gargotron. And if you want your question to be answered in the show like Gargotron, don't forget you can always subscribe to the Patreon page. Patreon, get access to lots of different perks, including your question answered in the show, access to giveaways, access to the Discord, and lots of other things. Go check it out. You can also support by clicking that like button, subscribe to the channel to see further Star Citizen content, and drop a comment. That is really helping. Once again, thank you so much for watching. This is the Eradicator. I'm signing out.